Okay, welcome back. We'll just jump in here with calculator usage here. So use your calculator to evaluate this. Pretty straightforward. Open up your fraction bar. 12.42. Just be careful as you're reading it. Multiplied by 23.47. Downstairs we go. 13.48 plus okay, straight to decimal with a shift. Don't know what's going to happen. Let's take a look. I'm in scientific mode. Correct to two decimal places, well, aren't they just lovely? Yeah, fine. You know, a few different things we can do here. You can go shift. Well, the number is there and it's not going to go away, by the way, when I head into setup. Okay, in setup I can head to 3. And I can fix to 2 decimal places. So I can fix to 2 decimal places, and now your calculator will bring you straight to 2 decimal places, 15.17. Okay, just something you can do if you want a little bit of a rest during an exam. But of course, the work of merit and all that is really important, and writing down your sum is really important. But this is basic. I don't think you're going to get this in a higher level paper. Okay, so I leave it at 2 decimal places for now. So basically I'm in decimal to decimal. I'm in decimal fixed to 2 decimal places. Now here's 1 decimal place, but here let's look at it in 2 decimal places and we'll figure it out from there. Okay, why have they got a bracket around that 2.59? Can you tell me? I hope you're screaming at the screen that it's they don't need it. Okay, so we go 2.59 squared. Use your squaring function. Brings you down off the power. Minus, open up your fraction bar. Yes, you can do the 31 just before your fraction bar. Take your pick. 14.6. Great. Escape from the denominator. Add and start fraction. 78.4 downstairs 5. I don't think you need it, but I risk it all though. No, I'm not risking it. Square root 60.4. Maybe I'll be able to go back in and check it later. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll be able to wind back into it there and now find out what would have happened if I left that out. Okay, it would have still worked, and 6.6 will be the answer. So having it at 3 or 4 decimal places might be a generally good idea anyway. Okay, that's that one done. Okay, write down the reciprocal. I didn't see them doing any reciprocals there, but a reciprocal is real cool in your calculator, so I'm going to show you this real quick. Okay, so back to our calculator. So they're saying drop 6 into your calculator and reciprocate it. Really easy, because 1 over 6, it's x to the minus 1, so it's this one here. Okay, let me see. I think it's in the same place on the... No, it's not even on the other calculator. Which means you're going to have to use the box to the box and do a power minus 1. Yeah, there's no reciprocation on the other one. Okay, sorry about that. Pity, but anyway. So anyway, you will do shift reciprocate. No, you won't. Hang on, we'll do that again. 6. I didn't need to do shift. I just needed to go straight. Okay, of course we know it's 1.66666 reoccurring. No, it's 0.16666 reoccurring. I'm just going to step up. We're at 2 decimal places. I'm going to step it up a bit. So you can go in there very quickly, 3, 1, get to know your sequences. We'll bring it up to say 5 decimal places. Okay, then if I relook at it, it'll give me 5 decimal places. And it toggles over and back there very nicely. Okay, so first of all about the half is, if I want to put it in my calculator, I'll do 0.5. Okay, write down the reciprocals of these numbers, 0.5. Okay, so let's do 3/4. Of course, the reciprocal is 4 over 3. Okay, but so I'll key it in my calculator and then I'll reciprocate it and then I'll have a look. So it's gone to 4/3. Now I just want to try out something else there. If I had gone key in, you also have pressed the 3 first there. No, sorry, hold on. If I, what was that about? Oh yeah. So basically, if I had done 3/4 and now went straight for a reciprocation, and then I'm only reciprocating that. So you have to do equals, then reciprocate, and then equals. Okay. -2/3. Well, first of all, we don't, a negative reciprocated is negative, so we should start thinking about these. -2/3 reciprocated will be, we should know that it's going to be -3/2. Okay, -3/2. But let's check. Minus, and by the way, there is just, I've talked to you before about this. There's a semantics difference between this. In other words, this is not simplified. This is the fraction -2/3, whereas this is a negative fraction with 2/3. Now there's no mathematical difference, but it is nicer this way. And at the end, if you're giving your answer, you'd have to give it this way, or you could lose marks. Okay, so you got to put it in memory, reciprocate it, look at it. Okay, 1.25 you'll key in, won't you? But I hope you'll key it in at 1.25. But say, okay, clear that. 1.25 equals reciprocated equals. But what if you didn't know that? Then you're trying to put in 1.25. Okay, we can do that too. Very simple. Just do your sum. 1 plus 1/4 equals reciprocate equals 4/5. Okay. Okay, so to go to correct to 2 decimal places for all of them, we might as well shift set up 3, 1, 2. Clear. 2.6 equals reciprocation equals 5/13. Clear. 5.44 equals reciprocate equals. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, not a challenge really. We're not doing it. We're not doing any of them. They're all simple. Let me comment about this. No, I won't. They're all simple. I just wonder why they have brackets on these two. It's really bad that they have the brackets there. So please, please, please don't use brackets around numbers when you don't need to. Okay, you use brackets to take an operation that isn't going to be done first, and you want to do it first. So I'm really disappointed with this, to be honest. Some things in your book are really giving you bad messages. So 3.9 squared equals, or if I wanted to go straight to decimal, 3.9 shift, hang on, 3.9 square, no, 3.9 squared shift equals, to go straight to decimal, and because it's terminating, its square will terminate. Okay, next one, I turn it on, is it on, off, on. Anyway, 16.34 squared shift equals straight to decimal. Okay, 267. Now that isn't exactly, but it is 267 to 2 decimal places. Nothing difficult there. Okay. Escape the denominator. Yeah, we have 2 decimal places. By the way, it tells me it's fixed here, but it doesn't tell me how many decimal places. So you know, you do need to keep track of what you've it onto. Obviously, you can gather. You can always, if you want, if you're in between calculations, you can always look at pi. You can shift pi shift equals, and you'll see anyway. So let's take a look at that one. It's 22.16. I'll leave that one to you. So just to say to you, I can't remember what if you didn't remember how many decimal places, you would do shift pi shift equals. Okay, there you go, and you know it's 2 decimal places. So for instance, say I go on to 5 decimal places, clear, I take my pi in, and then have a quick look, and there I have 5 decimal places, all the way up to 9. Just don't put brackets around numbers, they're getting powered. Okay, there really has to be a sum or a difference. Really silly and sad what's going on here. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at it. By the way, when you have a complicated kind of fraction, you know, then I would say to you, get your fraction bar open, or you might just say for the whole course I can use my fraction bar. Okay, the cat's jumping up now, but you don't see her this time. Now, so we're going square root first, 12.3 next squared, plus 7.9. I mean, these numbers don't mean anything as such. It'd be nice to actually be calculating something important, something that we'd be curious about. Times, like, what's that leading 0 doing? Do we need it? No. Times 0.17. Shift equal, get you a decimal, probably was going to get it anyway. You look up there to 2 decimal places, and we're going to 0.23. Okay. Question 10, clear. Now I can put in the 19.6 early on, then the fraction bar, then the 9.7, then the square, escape, plus. So I'm just going to do some creative stuff just to mix it up a bit. Say I filled into 3.4 and I had realized, oh, it's supposed to be at the bottom. So I could reciprocate it then, and then hit the square root of 281. It'll still be right. Okay, so I come along here. I can go 1.83. Oh, forgot to do multiplication there. Multiplication, square. And by the way, what we're talking about here when you're kind of doing things in funny orders is that certain combinations are commutative. Anyway, let's do shift equals on that and see how we get on. So 2.47, I'm going to check that one. Question 10. Sorry, now I'm doing this off camera. Chapter 14. Oh, she's messing around here now. Question 10. Misty, what are you up to? 2.47, yeah, it's in your book. Easy peasy, that can be homework. Oh, we have a bit of work to do. In the following, give all answers. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a real nice trick here. So you open up your calculator. Let's call that complicated. And okay, I'm going to show you 2 methods. Straight method, 4.256 wants to be squared minus the square root of 2. Now because I'm putting in a number here, not a letter, I have to introduce a multiplication. Take your 0.327, no need for deleting 0. And then r is 5, so we're going to just come out from under the square root, do a minus, do a fraction bar, put 1 on the top, and put 0.45 underneath. Actually, that's the best way to do that, because there aren't a lot of repeats like in the minus b formula. You get that. Yeah, there'll be no more challenge here. It'd be pretty straightforward to fill them in. In terms of pi, I would just say use the pi from your calculator. We always do now, and it's never coming up anymore. I just want to show you that other way, especially now that we're using the letters A, B, and C, and this will remind you of how we can do the minus b formula. So you can open up your, no you can't. I mean, first I'm going to store STO store A, B, and C. Okay, just believe me, there will be times when it'll make life very easy for you, especially, yeah, there will be times when you go, oh, this is hard to keep organized. So you can store that to A, hit clear, 7.1, you can store that to B. Now notice that I'm going back to the B. It's like it's the symmetry of the equation is kicking in here when I store it to B. Oops, del store to B. Okay, seems to be okay. Clear and 4.5. So you're reading the equation in backwards. Storage to C. Okay, and now you can go back and key in your formula. So, and the beauty of it is you don't need a multiplication between the 2 and the A and stuff like that. So there are advantages. So 2A, okay, it's capitals, but no big deal, plus 3C over B squared. B squared. Okay, and it wants 3 decimal places, 0.366. Another thing to say to you, what number is that, 14? Yeah, another thing to say to you is, as far as I know, we can go back and look at all our previous answers to it, definitely in the new calculator, but as far as I know, there's a way to look back over previous answers. I can't see it right here now, but there, I think there is. Okay, one for you to tell me about. Okay, that, oh, look, the answers are down there even. So that's us. That's section 14.7 done. I think we'll move on to trigonometry as quick as we can. Okay, as always, I'll see you in the next one.